went into nursing right out of high school. Worked for about a year before I started pursuing my prerequisites for nursing. I became a nurse and a mom within the same year at the age of 23, just with my associate's degree. Slowly worked my way up, ended up working in an ICU, and then back in 2009 pursued my bachelor's degree, and thought that was kind of the end of the road. The initial prompt to get my bachelor's degree was to maybe become a nurse practitioner. Life threw me a curveball, had different plans for me, and I ended up in a Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job where pursuing that kind of schooling just wasn't in the cards. When I ended up in management, somebody said, you really should think about getting your master's degree, and I was like, yeah, okay, I don't have time. I knew that I wanted to go on. I wanted to pursue my nursing career. I wanted to develop it, and I found myself in a position where I couldn't go straight into what I really wanted to do, which was a nurse practitioner program. I found WGU when a friend suggested it to me. I researched it online. I also researched some other schools that had actual brick and mortar campuses with online options. I researched other online universities that specialized in nursing that had master degree programs, but WGU just seemed to be the best fit. It just seemed to offer more flexibility. It was hard on a given day to come home after work and be really motivated to dig into schoolwork, so I found myself really busy on the weekends, and just learning to have that work-life school balance was challenging. But between my husband and my mentor, I figured it out. So Pam was my mentor. She was awesome. She was just a friendly voice that I talked to every week. I looked forward to those phone calls. She just encouraged me. Work got in the way. I was a new manager. Lots of drama with that, especially in an ICU, and I felt completely overwhelmed. Despite what WGU was offering and what I knew that I would be able to accomplish with it, because of the flexibility, it still provided a lot of challenges to be able to balance work and school and home life. About 3/4 of the way through my program, and I had to write a paper for global health, and they wanted you to align it with the type of nursing that you did. And so I tried really hard to do that. I work in an intensive care unit, and trying to align global health with the type of critical care that we provide in the unit I work in was really difficult. And I thought I had found my subject. I had thoroughly researched it. I had spent a lot of time developing my sources, writing the paper. I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and I just hated it. Every time I proofread it, I hated it. It was the most horrible, awful, horrible paper that anybody had ever written, just because it was boring, and it was I was really stretching to try to align the objectives of the class to the paper that was written, and I hated it. And I talked to the course mentor, and I realized that I really just needed to write about something that I was passionate about. It may not be something that I was currently doing in my work, but if I was passionate about it, then the feeling would be there and it would be much easier. And I got that paper done in a couple of weeks, and I loved it. And I made my daughter read it, and I made her friends read it, and I was really proud of that paper. And so she was just a reassuring voice that I got to talk to every week. And it got to I'd be on my morning walk and just chatting with her. We'd talk about the weather. It wasn't just about what are you doing for school, but I felt developed a friendship there, and it was somebody I was sad to not be able to talk to every week. My daughter and my husband will be there to watch me graduate. I didn't think that I would be here. When I was a kid, I actually wanted to be a truck driver. I just thought that was, I don't know, kind of what I could do, and that would be interesting and would allow me to escape my environment. So the fact that I feel like nursing found me, I didn't find nursing. So the fact that I'm this far into it is fantastic, but I think also maybe a sense of mystery because I don't know if I'm done.